You have clarified your position in the market, defined what makes you distinctly different, and created an offer that genuinely solves a problem or fulfills a deeper desire. That's the groundwork. Now it's time to take that foundation and put it to work in the real world. In other words, it's time to show up and grow. But before we dive in, let's get two things straight. First, growth doesn't come from promotion alone. More posts, more ads, more shouting isn't the answer. Real growth happens when your product, price, placement and promotion work in harmony. These aren't four separate silos. They are deeply connected. Your job is to align them so they amplify each other. Second, growth doesn't sit fully in your control. Yes, your strategy matters, so does execution. But timing, market dynamics, and luck play a role too. If your category is growing, it's easier to grow with it. But if it's crowded or declining, it gets harder. What you can control, to a certain extent, is availability. How easy it is to come to mind and how easy it is to buy. That's where we start. The first step in the growth phase is availability, both mental and physical. Because people can't buy from you if they don't think of you. And they won't think of you if they can't remember you. And even if they do remember you, they still won't act if you are hard to find or difficult to buy from. So it's not just about being visible, it's about being memorable and accessible. Mental availability is the likelihood that your brand comes to mind when someone enters a buying situation. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens by linking your brand to specific needs, goals, and moments, what we call category entry points. You create those links through repetition and consistency. And you use your distinctive brand codes to build recognition. These aren't just design decisions, they are memory tools. And they matter because 95% of your potential market isn't ready to buy today. They are out of market. But at some point, they will move in. And when they do, the question becomes, who do they remember? That's why we say, you are not just marketing for now, you are marketing for when. But even when they do remember you, they still must be able to buy. That's where purchase availability comes in. Are you showing up in the places your buyers actually go? Are you easy to find? Whether it's your website, a platform, a partner, or a physical location. People won't dig. If there's too much friction, they will choose someone else. Stop pushing people through a funnel. Start making sure they remember you. And when they are ready, just be there, easy to choose. When you combine mental and purchase availability, you increase the odds of being chosen. That's the first step. But it doesn't stop there. You also need to be familiar. You need to be well known. The second part of the growth phase is about achieving fame. Fame creates familiarity and comfort, and it unlocks powerful distribution opportunities. There are two types of fame. There's global fame, the kind Taylor Swift has, where the whole world knows your name. And then there's focused fame, where the right people know who you are, trust you and talk about you. It creates the illusion of being bigger than you are. Big brands grow through mass marketing. They buy their way into memory. Smaller brands can't and shouldn't try. You win by going narrower and deeper, not by speaking to everyone you could, but by being unforgettable to the right ones. You need to be the talk of the town, the name that comes to mind first. You do that by earning associative attention. That means your brand becomes linked to something meaningful in their mind. Not just once, but consistently over time. To earn that kind of attention, you need two things. One is smart distribution. Show up where your audience already is. Do it often, do it with intention. And two, compelling creative. Say things that matter. Say them clearly. And say them like only you can. Your perspective, your tone, your aesthetic. This is what turns content into brand. What makes people stop, feel, and share. Because attention is limited. People are overwhelmed with options. In that noise, familiarity cuts through. And you can use the ABCDE framework to get this kind of attention. A. Grab attention. B. Integrate your brand early. C. Communicate clearly. D. Show what makes you distinct. And E. Evoke emotion. But to really grow, fame alone isn't enough. Real growth doesn't just come from your biggest fans. It comes from reaching all types of buyers. Most brands follow a pattern. A small group buys frequently, a larger group buys occasionally, and a massive group hasn't bought yet. The shape of your customer base? It looks like a banana. That's where your upside lives. A lot do a little and a few do a lot. That doesn't mean diluting your message. It means showing up broadly and consistently with a clear, distinctive brand. For big brands, that means national campaigns and widespread distribution. For smaller ones, it means expanding your footprint niche by niche, segment by segment. And always with one goal: more people knowing you, remembering you in buying situations, and being able to buy from you. This is how the earlier parts of Grow connect. You build availability, you build fame, and then you scale both by reaching all types of buyers. That's how you grow. But growth isn't the end of the story. Because once you have built traction, once you have proven your positioning and started building momentum, the real question becomes, how do you scale your brand? That's what we will explore in the next video. If you have found this video helpful, feel free to give it a like, drop a comment, or share it with someone who might need it. And if you want to catch the next one as soon as it drops, make sure to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.